Hey, what's going on? This is Logical working with Digital Dynasty, and I'm presenting to you episode number 5 for FPS Weekly. Today is June 26th, 2015, and we have a smattering of interesting stories to cover today. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is Activision and COD related. Yeah! So Black Ops 3 just got its co-op trailer released, and it looks pretty interesting. For those of you that are unaware, there is no different co-op campaign than the single-player campaign. It's kind of like a drop-in co-op kind of system, where if you're playing by yourself, then the members of your squad inside the story are just AI controlled, and if you have friends that want to join you, then they can just join in and take the place of one of the AI characters. So that is what's going on there. And from the gameplay trailer, looks like it's pretty seamless, pretty smooth. I think it works pretty well. In correlated news with what's going on with Black Ops 3, Activision is thinking about making either a remastered individual game of the Call of Duty franchise or a remastered line of games in the Call of Duty franchise. Which would be interesting if they did. If they did like World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2, I would be interested. If they did Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, I would tell them to do unpleasant things to themselves. That could be associated with a sexual abuse type thing. I'll let your mind work on that. But yeah, so there's nothing confirmed about it at all, right? It's just pure speculation, and not speculation, but talking with Activision. Activision's just like, we're thinking about it. So, take that as you will. Possibility of a Call of Duty remaster coming in the future. Again, possibility, not confirmed in any way, shape, or form. And also, as an afterthought, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is confirmed to have a zombies mode, which is unsurprising for everyone. Really, Black Ops 3 is done by Treyarch. Treyarch came up with the zombies mode. Of course it was going to have a zombies mode. Duh. That just kind of goes without saying. Next up, Fallout 4, the game that continues to be the subject of everyone's minds. And apparently, when it was revealed or talked about at E3, I guess, at this conference, the developer who was doing the announcing on stage was somewhat unclear about certain things. He said that the game is confirmed to run at 1080p, 30 FPS on everything. And while people were right in thinking that included the Xbox One and PS4, which it does, that runs at 1080p, 30 FPS on those two platforms, people also thought there was going to be locked to that on PC. So as you can imagine, everyone who has a decent rig that is capable of going past that kind of got into a frenzy, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? No, 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 no. We demand higher resolution and higher frame rates. And Bethesda just comes back and it's just like, yo, guys, chill. You gotta chill out. On PC, the resolution and frame rate are not locked. You can push it as much as you want. Just have fun with it. Don't jump down our throats. Just cool your jets. Cool your jets. So, Perception is actually going to be a thing, which is pretty cool. Perception is being funded by a Kickstarter, in case you didn't know. And it just recently ended yesterday. And before it ended, they did manage to hit their primary goal, which is $150,000. And they got a little past that. It's $160-something thousand. So Perception is actually going to be a thing, which is pretty cool. It's an interesting take on horror, using echolocation with a blind character. I think that's pretty interesting. It's not supposed to come out until sometime next year, so won't really be seeing much of it, but it looks, or is that sounds, like an interesting game, and a game that I would be quite happy to do a Let's Play of, and get my pants scared off. Yay! Getting scared. Not so much my pants falling off. I don't know why you'd be interested in that. So you remember a couple weeks ago how I talked about Shadow Warrior 2? Yeah, we just got a new gameplay look at that. First look of gameplay. I mean, this is the gameplay that was shown in the trailer. Wasn't really gameplay. We didn't really get to see much gameplay. into the trailer was mainly cinematics. So the fact that we're actually seeing real gameplay now is kind of nice, and it looks like a game that's just ridiculous and fun and has no other point to its existence other than I am ridiculous, play me, have a good time. That's everything I gleaned from it, and I don't know. It looks crazy. Apparently, it has co-op. That's cool. I want to play it. Looks entertaining. So I want to ask you guys something. Do you think VR is a fad? Because apparently, a big name industry leader in the gaming world, a guy by the name of Warren Spector, thinks that it is a fad. That it's like it's going to appeal to a niche population of the gaming community. And that people are just going to be like, yeah, that's cool. Alright, man. I don't know. Alright. And then, like, 3 months later,
it's gonna be like, yeah, VR's dumb, I don't like it, blah.
My personal opinion on that is that I think VR is a completely, especially the way it's being implemented now versus, like, 20 years ago, is a completely revolutionary concept that is going to change gaming and also, like, training, simulations, psychoanalytic therapy for people with, like, mental problems and just generally everything. I think VR is kind of a huge game changer, so I think Mr. Warren Spector is a bit you know, not really with the times. But I'm not an industry leader in the gaming world, so I don't know. Perhaps my opinion doesn't count for anything.
But in my world, it does.
And Mr. Warren Spector, I think you're wrong. Okay, yeah, this is the shape of the world. The acid trip that you're watching right now, essentially. It's an indie game, the first-person indie game, where the world unfolds around you as you move through it, basically, in different colors and stuff, and you have no point or purpose other than to collect little red spheres. I can't even describe what's going on in this game. To be perfectly honest, it's just like, really? What is happening? I don't understand this. This makes no sense to me. Okay, yeah, just continue on. Continue on. Yeah, let's shape the world. Or acid trip. That's a decade, whichever you prefer. It's always cool when developers do things to make their community like more intertwined and connected, and it's like, bam, yeah, this is a solid connection, and we're trying to bolster stuff and make things better and providing incentive for doing so. So the developers of Ark Survival Evolved, which is a game that's in early access right now on Steam, and apparently has no distinguishing qualities other than that you can ride dinosaurs. I didn't read much into it, but the developers are doing a thing where they are offering $100 bounties for people that are playing the game to report exploits and hacks to the developers, and if it is something that can be duplicated in-house on the developer side, and it's something that is being run on the server itself, so not something that's being run on the computer of the person to be playing the game, like a speed bot or aim bot or something like that, where it's something that's actually server central, then the developers will pass out a bounty for $100 to the person that was helpful and revealed this information to them. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to get $100. Maybe I should play Ark Survival Evolved. Make a quick buck. So in Overwatch news, Zarya and Bastion just got their gameplay first looks, I guess. They've already had their reveal trailers. Those came out months ago. But these are like the extended gameplay looks that show like an actual match in progress of the characters and such, and what their playstyle is like and how you can expect things to go with them in question. So Zarya and Bastion are both kind of like the tank character in Overwatch, like high damage, high health, slow moving kind of person that you play tactically and stuff. So yeah, and you're watching the trailers right here, but feel free to take a look at the articles and watch the entire trailers in your own time. In our final news story of the week, EA has released a press statement saying that they would not hesitate at all to delay Battlefront if they had to. Hold up, I can already hear everyone in the comments
saying, oh my god, Star Wars Battlefront's delayed.
It's not delayed. Cool your jets. Calm down. Calm you down. Calm not being delayed. They're merely stating that if it needed to be delayed, they would have no trouble delaying it, and embellishing the quality that is, and refining the quality of the game, and actually making a game that is good upon release, which is honestly smart on their part because of the debacles that have occurred recently with things like Battlefield 4. Yikes. Yeah, that's bad. That's why they delayed Battlefield Hardline earlier this year. It was supposed to release last year in November, but then they delayed it to March of this year, and it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna delay it for a bit, and we want people to just appreciate it. We want it to be good and solid quality when it comes out, and not be broken upon release. So honestly, probably a wise thing for EA to say, and I'm happy that they would feel the need to do that with Battlefront if they had to. But according to them, Battlefront is still going very strong, rock steady, perfectly set on time for its November 17th launch. I would drool, but that would be uncouth. Anyway, this is Logical with working with Digital Dynasty, and I am so happy to present you guys with the news in first-person shooter and maybe not first-person shooter stuff for this week. And as always, all of the links to the articles are in the description, so feel free to read them at your own leisure. As for trailers, YouTube it or Google it, because you can probably find the full versions of the trailers that I presented here in the video. So just do that. And as always, I will be seeing you guys next Friday. Which next Friday? Let me just check my calendar real quick. I don't know that I want to pop ahead. Next Friday is going to be July 3rd, day before July 4th, Independence Day. Yay! So be sure to check that out. I might put in something like some fireworks being shot off or something. I don't know. Be festive. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next week.